This is Sierra Adams, recording Act 4, Scene 3, Malcolm and Macbeth. Malcolm. Let us seek out some desolate shade, and there weep our sad bosoms empty. Macbeth. Let us rather hold fast the mortal sword, and, like good men, bestride our downfallen birthdom. Each new morn, new widows howl, new orphans cry, new sorrows strike heaven on that face, that it resounds, as if it felt with Scotland and yelled out like syllable of dolor. Malcolm. What I believe, I'll wail, what know, believe, and what I can, redress, as I shall find the time to friend, I will. What you have spoke, it may be so, perchance. This tyrant, whose sole name blisters our tongues, was once thought honest. You have loved him well. He hath not touched you yet. I am young, but something you may deserve of him through me and wisdom, to offer up a weak, poor, innocent lamb to appease an angry God. Macbeth. I am not treacherous. Malcolm. But Macbeth is. A good and virtuous nature may recoil in an imperial charge, but I shall crave your pardon. That which you are, my thoughts cannot transpose. Angels are bright still, though the brightest fell. Though all things foul would wear the brows of grace, yet grace must still look so. Macbeth. I have lost my hopes. Malcolm. Perchance, even there where I did find my doubts, why, in that rawness left you wife and child, those precious motives, those strong knots of love, without leave-taking? I pray you, let not my jealousies be your dishonours, but mine own safeties. You may be rightly just, whatever I shall think. Macbeth. Bleed, bleed, poor country! Great tyranny, lay thou thy basis sure, for goodness dare not check thee. Wear thou thy wrongs. The title is afeard. Fare thee well, lord. I would not be the villain that thou thinkest, for the whole space that's in the tyrant's grasp, and the rich east to boot. Malcolm. Be not offended. I speak not as in absolute fear of you. I think our country sinks beneath the yoke. It weeps, it bleeds, and each new day a gash is added to her wounds. I think withal there would be hands uplifted in my right, and here from gracious England have I offer of goodly thousands. But for all this, when I shall tread upon the tyrant's head, or wear it on my sword, yet my poor country shall have more vices than it had before, more suffer, and more sundry ways than ever, by him that shall succeed. Macbeth. What should he be? Malcolm. It is myself I mean, in whom I know all the particulars of vice so grafted, that when they shall be opened, black Macbeth will seem as pure as snow, and the poor state esteem him as a lamb, being compared with my confineless harms. Macbeth. Not in the legions of horrid hell can come a devil more damned in evils to top Macbeth. Malcolm. I grant him bloody, luxurious, avaricious, false, deceitful, sudden, malicious, smacking of every sin that has a name. But there's no bottom, none in my voluptuousness. Your wives, your daughters, your matrons, and your maids could not fill up the cistern of my lust, and my desire. All continent impediments would overbear that did oppose my will. Better Macbeth than such an one to reign. Macbeth. Boundless impertinence in nature is a tyranny. It hath been the untimely emptying of the happy throne, and the fall of many kings. But fear not yet to take upon you what is yours. You may convey your pleasure in a spacious plenty, and yet seem cold the time you may so hoodwink. We have willing dames enough. There cannot be that vulture in you to devour so many as to greatness dedicate themselves, finding it so inclined. Malcolm. With this there grows in my most ill-composed affections such a staunchless avarice that, were I king, I should cut off the nobles for their lands, desire his jewels and this other's house, and my more having would be as a sauce to make me hunger more, that I should forge quarrels unjust against the good and loyal, destroying them for wealth. Macbeth. This avarice sticks deeper, grows with more pernicious root than summer seeming lust, and it hath been the sword of our slain kings. Yet do not fear, Scotland hath foisons to fill up your will, of your mere own. All these are portable, with other graces weighed. Malcolm. But I have none, the king becoming graces, as justice, verity, temperance, stableness, bounty, perseverance, mercy, lowliness, devotion, patience, courage, fortitude. I have no relish of them, but abound in the division of each several crime, acting it many ways. Nay, had I power, I should pour the sweet milk of concord into hell. Uproar the universal peace, confound all unity on earth. Macduff. O Scotland, Scotland! Malcolm. If such a one to be fit to govern speak, I am as I have spoken. Macduff. Fit to govern? No, not to live, O nation miserable!